I now call to order the Monroe County Public Library Board of Trustees Board of Finance meeting. And so we're going to begin by electing a president and secretary for the Board of Finance. Do we have any motions for a slate of officers for this?
I would like to nominate Chris Harrison to retain her role as president and Kari Essery to take on the new role of treasurer.
Okay, yep. Do we have a second for that motion?
A second.
All those in favor of electing Chris Harrison as president of the Board of Finance and Kari Essery as the treasurer for the Board of Finance signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Okay, and next we're going to have Gary just review our investment report and policy.
So Indiana code requires each local Board of Finance to have an annual meeting in January. This meeting provides an opportunity to review the library's investment policy and the investment report and go over finance plans for the upcoming year. I will start with the investment report by going over the current library cash balance compared to a year ago. Then we can go over the operating surplus trend report, and we'll look at actual revenue and operating cost trends from 2020 to the present. So to start, we'll look at the report of cash balances, which is on page 2 in the packet. The total cash balance at the end of 2023 is lower than in past years, mainly because the cash was used to complete the new branch project for the opening in June. The total library cash at the end of 2022 was about $13 million, and now at the end of 2023, it's down to about $7.4 million. Most of the funds are in First Financial Bank, where we have an operating account and a money market account. We keep most of the cash balance in the money market account because it earns interest at about 3.2% per year. Interest earnings for 2023 were about $267,000. Next, on page 3 is the operating fund surplus report. This report shows the actual revenue and operating cost trends from 2020 to the present, and it shows the estimated revenue and operating cost for 2024 and 2025. 2023 has been a big year for MCPL with the opening of the new Southwest branch. We were projecting an operating surplus for 2023 to be in the range of $100,000 to $500,000. The actual 2023 operating surplus is about $438,000. So that's good news considering that the operating cost in 2023 increased by about $600,000. We're in a period of rapid growth in terms of the county assessed value and statewide personal income. The increase in statewide personal income is the driver for the expected 4% growth quotient increase in 2025. For 2024, the library revenue from the tax levy is projected to increase by about $814,000. A 4% growth quotient in 2025 would mean revenue from property taxes for the library would increase by about $300,000. The operating surplus reports show that library revenue from property taxes went from about $6.5 million in 2020 to about $8 million, which is projected for 2025. Assessed value for the county has gone up in that period by about $3 billion. The tax rate is on the downward trend because of the rapid growth in assessed value. In 2020, the library tax rate was at about 9.7 cents per $100 of assessed value. The library tax rate has dropped to about 8.48 cents per $100 assessed value in 2024. Operating costs will increase in 2024 due to the branch having its first full year of operation. At this point, I'm estimating the 2024 and 2025 operating surplus to be in the $500,000 range for both years. At the end of 2023, we're transferring about $1.2 million into the rainy day fund. This represents the operating surplus funds from 2022 and 2023. The plan is to accumulate the surplus funds in the rainy day fund as we approach the 2027 timeframe. That will be our next bond renewal. So we'll be considering options for service expansion as we get closer to that point. The final report in the packet is the investment policy. We haven't made any changes in 2023. And at this point, I can answer any questions you might have.
Really good. I do have a question, speculative, actually. Knowing that there is current legislation that has been proposed on how libraries will be funded in our state, if that were to pass, how different would that 2025 estimate look?
I don't know the details of the change that they are proposing. I don't know if it has anything to do with the growth quotient calculation. Well, come to think of it, though, I think I do recall a conversation about this where instead of the library board being able to approve the budget, that approval process gets moved to, in our case, the county. And so I don't think it's a case of right, I don't think it's changing any of the formula or anything like that in terms of how we calculate the revenue for the library. I think it's the approval of the budget.
Thank you, Gary. Okay. At this time, do we have any members of the public that would like to step forward and address the board, the Finance Board? Seeing none, all those in favor, do we have a motion to adjourn the Finance meeting? All those in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. We are adjourned.